Hello, reading friends, and welcome to my library. I'm Jenna, and I'm so excited you could join me today. Today, I'm going to be telling you about some very special books. In each of these books, they have one thing in common, and that one thing is the main characters are very brave. Do you know what it means to be brave? Brave can actually mean a lot of different things, but most people think being brave means not being scared. Do you know someone who's brave? Are you sometimes brave? Do you think those people might have times when they don't feel so brave? Or do you have times when you don't feel so brave? Well, much like the characters in today's story, we're going to learn that we all have the power inside of us to be brave. We just have to find it. So, are you ready to go? Awesome! Let's do this. The first story we're going to talk about is Violet the Pilot by Steve Breen. By the time Violet Van Winkle was 2 years old, she could fix any appliance in her house. By the time she was 8, she was building elaborate flying contraptions. Even though the students at her school were making fun of her, they had no idea what she was capable of. Violet figured she could win their heart if she won the blue ribbon at the upcoming air show.
From the moment that Violet found out about the air show, she worked tirelessly to come up with her best invention ever. On the day of the air show, with her trusty sidekick in tow, Violet set out on her journey to bring home a blue ribbon. Little did she know that the day had something else in store for her, something that would even include the mayor himself.
A classic underdog story full of sweetness and humor. Violet the Pilot is both enduring and creative. It'll fly right to your heart. Speaking of brave girls, let's take a look at another. Written and illustrated by Kevin Hinckus, Sheila Ray the Brave is a warm, lovable, humorous story about sibling sympathy and support. You see, even though Sheila Ray is older, Sheila Ray doesn't know best.
Sheila Ray wasn't afraid of anything, not thunder or lightning or the big black dog at the end of the street. She's not even afraid of the most frightening things she can imagine, and she has quite the imagination. But it's hard demonstrating courage without new and more terrifying challenges. So Sheila Ray decides to go home from school a new way. When her little sister Louise doesn't want to come, Sheila Ray calls her a scaredy cat and sets out alone. Will Sheila Ray make a triumphant return home, or will she discover the value of sisterly support and that it pays sometimes to be brave together?
Have you ever taken a really bad fall? Maybe off your bicycle or while running down the sidewalk? Nobody likes to fall. Aside from the possibility of actually getting hurt, it can make us afraid to try that activity again. In the story After the Fall by Dan Santat, we learn the story of Humpty Dumpty. And not the story you may know. We learn the story of what happens to Humpty after the fall. You see, we learn that Humpty's fall was a big accident, but an accident that changed his life forever. It made him afraid to do his most favorite thing in the world, which was climbing up on the wall to go bird watching. But through the story, we see Humpty find the bravery and courage to climb back up the wall again.
Based on the beloved nursery rhyme, this inspiring and unforgettable picture book will encourage the most afraid to overcome their fears, learn to get back up, and reach for new heights. Because once you get to the top, the view might just be amazing. And always remember that falling is not failing.
In Superman Stands Up By Kelly DiPuccio, we find a story with lots of imagination and a real superhero tale. While Manny may seem like your everyday raccoon, his colorful capes allow him to have some real superhero powers. He defeats all of his foes until he has to stand up with the toughest one yet in the school cafeteria. Manny really has to dig deep to find the bravery and courage to stand up and do the right thing.
Every day after school, Manny saves the world from frightening foes. Zombie bears, evil cloud monsters, and alien robots with laser beam eyes are no match for Super Manny. But when Manny encounters a real-life nemesis in the school cafeteria, will he be able to summon his superhero strength to save the day?
All of Manny's power, might, and determination come together in the end for Manny to have a real-life heroic moment. This story will leave the superhero inside of you wanting to put on your superhero cape and have your own superhero moment. Weren't all those books wonderful? I'm so glad I got to tell you about them. You know, being brave can mean something different for each of us. It can be something like walking into a dark room to turn on a light, or standing up to a bully in the cafeteria. Or being brave can be something like showing the world your true colors and your determination to succeed, no matter how many times you fail. You can find all of these wonderful books in your local library, so don't just take it from me. Go check one out today. I look forward to seeing you back here soon. And remember, be brave today.